What's up YouTube, welcome back to another video on my channel Scyther Gaming, and today as you can see we're back on NBA 2K20 and I'm going to be doing a build guide today on how to build my rebounding wing, which is one of my best builds, one of my favorite builds to play with on NBA 2K20. It can lock down any position in the game and it can also shoot from anywhere on the court in any game mode, so it's a really good build. I'm going to be showing off how to build it in this video, so stay tuned. Alright, so first things first, you're going to start off on this screen. None of this stuff really matters except for the position. You want to choose small forward. You can go with whatever hand you want, whatever jersey number you want, and then you want to click continue. For the second screen, you want to go to the shooting and defense pie chart right here and pick that one. Like I said, it's going to be able to shoot from anywhere on the court and defend any position in the game, so obviously you want to go with the shooting and defense pie chart. Now for this one, you could go with speed, but don't. It's not the way to go for this build. You want to have that extra strength. The little bit of speed won't matter. You're going to have an 80 overall speed at 98 overall in the end, so you don't really have to worry about that. You just want the strength, because otherwise you're going to get bodied by big men down low, and whether you want to be guarding big men or not with this build, it's going to happen at points in time, so you're going to have to be able to deal with it, and you're going to want that strength, okay? So the first thing you want to do is go down to shooting. We're going to leave the finishing alone for right now. I'll come back to that in a second, but you want to max out all of the shooting here, and then you don't quite need this many attributes. As you can see, you get 17 shooting badges with this build, but you can either take down the post fade by 2 or the free throw by 2 and you'll still get that many shooting badges. So it's up to you which one you want to do. I did the post fade on my rebounding wing, but I think if I were to do it again, I would do the free throw, because 85 to 83 free throw, it's not a big difference. You're still going to be able to make them at a super high percentage. But if you're a heavy rec player, maybe you want to take down the post fade. It's up to you. So from there, you want to also skip playmaking for now. We'll come back to that in a second. And you want to max out all the defensive stats. And I'm going to leave offensive rebound alone for now. You're going to finish with 20 defensive rebound or defense/rebounding badges, but this is where the variation comes in for the different builds. The first thing you could do is get as many playmaking badges as possible, which is 10, and then you also need the 20 defense badges, so that's right there, and then you have basically 3 attributes left. So I'd put them on close shot in this situation, or you could do driving layup, doesn't really matter. So basically, as you can tell, this build has no finishing, but the shooting and defense is good. That's going to be the standard throughout all the variations I show. And this build has a lot of playmaking, so it's going to be quick with the ball, and it's going to have good passing. All of them are going to have good passing, but this one will also have all the playmaking badges, so you can get unpluckable, needle threader, quick first step, bailout, you know, downhill, whatever you want. You obviously won't have access to dime or a floor general, so, but whatever. Then the second variation of this build I'm going to show is actually how I made the build, and that was with, well, I did it with 5 because I did something like this, I think, which was a mistake. What you should do is get 6, so max pass accuracy and ball handle, and don't touch anything else down here. Leave offensive rebound at 73, or you could bump it up. I'll show you that in a second. Then you can either max driving layup and put the rest into driving dunk, which is what I did. You'll be able to dunk, but just barely, and you won't be able to finish that good at the rim anyways, so it's up to you. You could also put in close shot if you want, but I hit close shots anyways without it being high, so I wouldn't worry about that. Or you could max driving dunk and put the rest into driving layup. Then as you can see, you can have a 74 driving dunk. It's going to go down from wingspan and weight, but you could still get a 75 driving dunk at 98 overall, so you'll be able to get some animations there if that's how you want to do it. Or the other variation you could do is like basically no playmaking. I don't recommend this one, but some people do it. And you max out these, or you almost max out these. You could get, well, you could probably find a way to get more if you didn't care about having all those defensive badges. If you wanted to go with like 18 or something, you could get 8 finishing badges, but I wouldn't recommend doing that because you're not going to be able to finish that good anyways. But it's up to you. If you want to be a finisher, you can do that. How I would recommend it is doing, well, max out your offensive rebound, and then put these 2 to max, and then put the rest into, whoops, no, that's the wrong one. into driving dunk and then driving layup. Or if you don't care about having dunk animations, put your driving dunk to something like that, maybe like that, and then like that, and you'll be able to dunk still. I don't know what dunk you need to do it. Maybe it's 60, but I have a 58 or something, and I could still dunk because I'm 98 overall. But if you want to do it like this, fine. That's how I would do it, I guess. But there's also a few other variations that I showed that you could do. The other good one would be the getting as many playmaking badges as possible and not worrying about finishing, because you're not going to be that good of a finisher anyways. But it's up to you. So now let's move on to the body shape. Doesn't really matter. I don't actually remember which one I picked, but I'll just pick solid for now. For height, you want to go to 6'8". It'll just help you guard big men and power forwards, whatever. So it does bring your speed down a little bit, but at 98 overall, my speed is at 80, which is really fast for a 6'8 build, especially a 6'8 build like this. And it gives your strength a little buff, and obviously it gives you the extra height. Don't worry about losing the attributes, it's really not a big deal. And then for weight, you want to go to max weight because you want all the interior defense possible. Don't worry about acceleration and vertical, just look at the strength. You need that strength to guard big men or anybody with, 99 strength and 4 or 5 inches on you. You're going to want that extra strength, trust me, and the interior defense. So then you go to wingspan. You want to go +2 on wingspan. I wouldn't bring it down below base. The extra 3-pointer isn't going to make a difference. It's not worth it. I would go +2. So this is base. +2 right here. 86.8. It brings your strength down 1. It's just 1. Don't worry about it. Your mid-range goes down 2. Your 3 goes down 1. Again, don't worry about that too much. You could still shoot. I'll have some clips at the end of this video. You'll have limitless range, trust me. You'll see in the clips at the end. The ball handle goes down 1, not a big deal. And your steal and block goes up 1 and 2. It'll help a bit on the inside, but again, 1 and 2, it's not that big of a difference. Mostly what you want is the extra reach to contest shots and to get steals. So then for the takeover, I chose the lockdown and I don't regret it at all. It was an amazing takeover, and it's probably what I would pick again. The glass cleaner would also be good, but I have my glass cleaner takeover on my paint beast, and it's good, but it's not amazing. I still miss rebounds sometimes. It doesn't seem to be that much of a boost. I think they nerfed it actually a little bit in some patch, but you could also take the playmaker. I wouldn't on this build because you have like a 60 ball handle. And spot up shooter is the other good one with the lockdown. The reason I didn't take spot up shooter on my build is because there's a rebounding wing who I knew who advised me not to take it. He said it doesn't help that much unless you have like a 93 or something. So I just went ahead and took the lockdown takeover, and I don't regret it at all. So let's see the build here. Rebounding wing. Now I'm going to show you how to equip the badges really quick, or how I equip the badges. Obviously it's a little bit of difference between playstyles, but I'll show you how I would equip the badges. So just look at the stats at 99 overall here. Again, speed with your gym rat boost or your treadmill boost, plus once you get above 95 overall, it'll be good. Don't worry about that. Same thing with your other physical attributes, and then obviously all your other attributes are looking good. So if you're finishing, I do consistent finisher. It's good. Period. Catch and shoot, Hall of Fame. Range extender, Hall of Fame. Quick draw, Hall of Fame. I do Deadeye, Bronze, and Flexible, Hall of Fame. Now I know my release really good, but sometimes these releases are still off a little bit. It happens to everybody, even the best players in the world. So that's why I have Flexible. The reason I don't have Green Machine Hall of Fame is because I mostly play Park, and it takes 2 shots just to equip Green Machine on your 3rd shot. So I don't really need it that much because, I usually shoot 3 or 4 times in the Park, and if I'm greening everything, it'll help, but it's just not really worth it. It only helps for 1 or 2 shots, whereas Flexible will help with any shots that don't time perfectly. Also, Hot Zone Hunter is good, but for me, it doesn't really seem to work as good as I would hope, so I put it on Flexible. Corner Specialist is also good. If you're shooting low, volume shooter, I guess. Steady shooter is the worst shooting badge in the game. Don't equip it under any circumstances, period. So there we go, confirm. And now for playmaking, like I said, I only have 5. How I have them is this gold, this bronze, and this bronze. You want quick first step on gold for sure. Unpluckable I think is good enough on bronze, especially if you're not going to be ball handling a ton. And needle threader too, I think it's good enough on bronze. So your last one, you can put it wherever you want. Maybe you would want it on like handles for days, downhill, brake starter, but you have an 80 pass accuracy, so I've never had any problems with throwing the ball down the court on this build ever. It's really accurate. Even in the rec, you can throw full court passes. So I'll do needle threader, I guess. You could put that last badge wherever you want, really. Now for this, I do change these from time to time, but because I play the big man most of the time, and even if I didn't, the badges that I need is Rebound Chaser Hall of Fame, Rim Protector Hall of Fame, and Intimidator Hall of Fame. These are the 3 most important badges for this build. You want these all in Hall of Fame. And then also another one that I think you always want in Hall of Fame is Clamps. And then depending on your playstyle, you have a few choices here. Interceptor I don't think really helps me that much. I get enough passing lane steals without it. When I put it on, it doesn't seem to do anything, so you don't really need it. If you're setting screens, brick wall is a good option. Box again doesn't really seem to help me, so I'm not going to equip it. Chase down, you can put it on if you want. I don't use it because I find you can usually get chase down blocks without it again. So the badge that I'm going to use is Pogo Stick. A couple other good choices you could go with is Pickpocket, Tireless Defender, Post Move, Lockdown, Moving Trunk, or Defensive Leader. I just think Pogo Stick is better than all those badges, especially if you're losing a few inches on the defensive end to your check and you need to make up with it or make up for it by jumping every once in a while when you probably shouldn't be. So yeah, that's how I would equip the badges. I'm not going to show my jump shot right now. If you guys are interested in the jump shot, I have a really good guard jump shot and a really good wing / big man jump shot I can show off in another video, but I'm going to leave it at this for right now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you like and subscribe. Again, like I said, I'm going to have a few clips to play at the end of this video, and I'm going to have montages with this build, just like I did with my Paint Beast, coming in the future. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be crazy. And anyways, that's going to be it. Alright, peace.